Hello, my name is Gabe, and today I want to talk about one thing. Something that seems to have been on everyone's mind lately. Spider-Man No Way Home. The movie is slated to release in, less than a week at this point. And people have some unrealistic expectations. Or maybe realistic expectations, but I think driven to a bit of an extreme. And I think it's time to address it. And took my opinion on Andrew Garfield and Toby Maguire in No Way Home. First, I guess I'll lay my cards on the table. I do think they're going to be in the movie. I feel it'd be weird to have all these villains returning and not have them in the movie. To at least a cameo. However, I am not as willing as everyone else to say it's a foregone conclusion. So, for a few reasons, and I'm willing to talk about them. Let's start. So, the main thing I'm going to focus on today is people's claims that the shot with the lizard is obviously editing something out. I have a screenshot of that shot here, so check it out. And, well, I can kind of see where you're coming from. But just because something is being edited out doesn't mean it's Toby Maguire and Andrew Garfield. So I want to run through a few alternative possibilities and see what you guys think. In fact, I'd say 4. I have 4 alternative possibilities. One, some that'll be like, reasonable. Some that'll be like, no. And some that'll be really disappointing and true. Let's start with number 1. Ned and MJ. So, yes, Lizard is jumping after something that isn't Peter. Fine. But why does that mean it has to be another Spider-Man? Maybe throughout the course of this movie, Ned and MJ get themselves some either access to Doctor Strange magic or some Iron Man suits or something akin to that, allowing them to fight on equal footing with Peter. But because that's a major scene in the movie, they edited it out. Yep. That's a possibility now, isn't it? Okay. But I realize that one's not particularly likely. Fair. But I'm just pointing out as an alternate possibility. But here's a bit more of a likely possibility. Venom. Now, it's been kind of strange, hasn't it? That despite Venom being confirmed entry into the MCU, and it'd be weird not to include the Spider-Man villain coming to the MCU in the Spider-Man MCU movie, Venom's been rather absent in the trailer. Or any promotional material, for that matter. But maybe Venom actually teams up with Peter against the villains, but because that's a late arrival scene, they don't want to show it. So they edited Venom out of the trailer. Alright, that's Venom. What's next? Here's one that would be kind of shocking, but rather interesting. Here's one that I would hurt them a little for, but they could do. Lie. Fake it. The guys behind the MCU, Disney, Marvel, all them lot, they know how wide-eyed their fans can be. And they also know how much hype the possibility of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield being in these movies would add to the movies themselves. So, as scummy as it would be, they could have purposely edited the shot to make it look like the lizard is jumping off of nothing, when in reality, the shot's not what the shot looks like, or there's some other context behind it. And all to get us speculating that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are going to be in the movie. Also a fair possibility. And number 4, Occam's razor. That is to say, what if the scene hasn't been edited at all? Ooh, yes, it looks weird that the lizard is jumping off of nothing, jumping after nothing, while the other guys are going after Tom Holland's Spider-Man. But maybe it's only weird because we're viewing this scene out of context. Remember, this is a trailer. It's showing us the big flashy fight, not how we're going to get to the fight. maybe they're after the box for some reason. And Peter threw the box down over there to the side. And, well, the other villains are after Spider-Man. The Lizard is going to get the box. And maybe there'll be a fight with the Lizard and Doctor Strange after that. This is just my point being, the reason I'm making this video is because we're all super dead set, and I have seen so many times that we've all been convinced of one thing, and when it turned out to be not true, there was outrage and disappointment. I'm just hedging my bets. I do think they're going to be in the movie to some degree, but I'm not going to be upset if they aren't. I truly believe that's a possibility after all. I hope this video helped in some way. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, and if you want to see more like it, do subscribe. I talk about a whole wide range of topics down here. But more importantly than any of that, have a good night.